I am here to voice my objection to setting the precedent of establishing trapping in our Dane County parks by accepting state stewardship money. Even though there is great need to establish more parkland, which I am totally in favor of, there are negative conditions of accepting the grant.
Leo Tolstoy, if a man aspires towards a righteous life, his first act of abstinence is from injury to animals. Could someone explain to me how trapping could be considered a recreational activity? What is enjoyable about a terrified animal struggling to free himself from a trap only to be clubbed later to death so that the animal's fur can be used?
Sometimes animals will sit for 96 hours bleeding in a trap, torturing themselves, trying to get out, strangling themselves trying to get out. Other predators will come and get them. And then finally, after the 96 hours of freezing and starving and being terrified, a trapper who we give such credence and such nobility comes and bonks them over the head with a flashlight, or chokes them, or stomps on their throat with a big boot. Find some other funding. Be creative. Make this year a good year for not taking stewardship funds.
Don't be tempted by this to take the money to allow people to torture animals on a small spot you want to acquire. It isn't worth it.
I didn't like the way your staff talks about this type of activity as recreational activity. That's a euphemism for torture and death of animals. Don't sugarcoat it for us. Just call it what it is.
We are really strongly in support of acquiring new lands. I think the idea of extending and growing the county's green space and having outdoor opportunities for people is something that the county should be working to do. We strongly support that. We think of buying those lands, though, with money that comes along with the caveat that we have to allow trapping on them. We think that money should not be accepted. We think it's just wrong. We think this opens the door to policy changes throughout the entire county park system. I don't see why it wouldn't. We actually gain enjoyment and find great value in the idea that there are areas where wildlife are able to live their lives without having to sidestep and maybe get caught in some horribly cruel device. So to us, there's great value, and we derive great satisfaction from knowing that there's wild areas that aren't mined with traps. The county has an obligation, though, to look for other sources of revenue. So thank you very much. I urge you to turn the money down.